What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 60 Civ Old World game. I think we're down to 58 or 59 now. A couple have departed. We got some wars just at the end of last episode as well, particularly in China with Shan and the Greater Mongolia attacking China, although I think none of them particularly ready for this, so it might be not much of a war, that one. Italy v Carthage. I think Carthage, yeah, they're going to die to Byzantium probably this turn or next turn anyway. So again, that one not super big, but we are starting to see some settlers head into other parts of the map. It does look like Ming and Byzantium might be in Australia very soon. North America still a bit of time. I think the Celts, they still lost. Yeah, they got here, but they're not finding their way through. But no one else in the Americas just yet, although some triremes finding the tip of Alaska there. But yeah, we should see Ming. And probably, although I think, did they just go backwards? I hope not. Ming and Byzantium may be heading out this way. If they go backwards, that would be crushing. I guess if they can't see this, it's plausible. But I don't know how they saw all this and then went back. What do we got? Ooh, that's a big one. In Iberia. And I thought it might be the other way around. I thought Portugal would have been the stronger of the two. But it looks here by eye as if Leon has the troop advantage. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, big war for the future of Iberia, as Korea completes the Great Mosque of Xi'an as well. Yakutia also pieced out with Tibet, and they ended up taking a city down here, which pretty much blocks Tibet into this corner. But that's good for them. They've sort of survived. They lost one city to Mongolia, but that's all. And there it is. Carthage is now eliminated. Some Google Maps pins here for the perm units. The little symbol. There we go. Byzantium finally gets their second city. Took them a while. They steal it off of Carthage. Of course, now they've been fully boxed in by the Babylonians. But there we go. We'll see how it goes. How am I doing with my picks? Nubia's not really done anything all game. Solid. They might settle here, which is good, I guess. Babylon's doing okay. I think they're a contender. And Zaporizhia, I mean, they were okay. This Poznan doesn't help. They need to improve a lot. But in the sense that they're my Europe pick, they're only competing against the other Europe civs. It's not a disaster. I think it's very balanced at the moment. I think that, yeah, the Zulu just lost the city there to Rhodesia, so they're now down to their bottom two. Rhodesia going to be very strong. It's been a while. Zulu used to always be really strong, so we used Rhodesia, and then sort of sometimes they were too strong, so we put in Burundi, and then we found a balance, but then none of them seem to do well, so maybe this is Rhodesia's time to have a good start. Sometimes they can't kill the Zulu. That's sometimes their issue, but here they seem to be doing fine with that. Still some empty spaces, mostly throughout, the top of the map, and it's not particularly attractive. A lot of snow. There's some space in here. I mean, it doesn't look like there's any resources, but there might be some strategic resources later on. Might change that, of course. And this desert is still pretty empty compared to the Sahara, which filled almost instantly. But yeah, Babylon probably doesn't want many more cities at the moment. Persia's been pretty comfortable with what they have. Mughals here. Whichever of these civs, whether it's Bengal, Mughals, they're the likely to. If one of them conquers India here, they're going to get a really nice city at 25 population. Obviously it'll drop a bit, but still going to be a very nice addition to their empires. And we have some wars this could be big actually. Burundi v Congo, so that's east v west, and then in the north they'll also be fighting Central Africa. That's going to keep them busy. I wouldn't say Congo are like in big trouble. They have a few units that are a bit far away, but we'll see. I mean, Central Africa is very spread out across all their territory at the moment, so I think Congo will probably be okay. They also have their Pombo unique units, so they should be okay. But Burundi, yeah, it'll be a hassle for them. There's a lot of settlers just walking around the snow and giving up. We've seen others. Finland has finally picked a spot. Estonia's walking around up there. Russia was there with 2. Mongolia had a couple as well. But they're not going for it. They don't want the snow. See where this Perm settler ends up as well. In theory, yeah. If it keeps going east, it's plausible that they go over here. If they settled here, I mean, you could still go this way, but that would block off a lot of the routes to the New World, at least in the early stages. And that's not going to matter, is it? No, across the water. Bosnia v Byzantium will not matter. Leon has successfully taken over the city of Porto, so that's a good start against Portugal. And Korea is the first civ into the Renaissance era. As Mongolia plops down another settler here. There we go, Korea. They don't look like it. They warriors, archers, not particularly advanced units. Okay, Ming has now arrived in Australia. Byzantium's, they're umming and ahhing. They're thinking about it. But Ming has arrived. We'll see where they go for. Obviously, this will probably lead to them sending more as well, I would assume. Although at the moment, that's not the case. They're, of course, not in this war with China, so they're pretty free to just do their own thing. Who's next? Where is it? Who's this? Leon with the settler there. See where that ends up. The Burgundy one still floating around. What are the Celts doing? I don't know, but these are some big wars. Mongolia v Korea. No, that's not going to lead to anything. China v Korea. No. Again, nothing. Maybe Korea could get Beijing if they have enough boats, but probably not. They have 4. Morocco v Garamantes. No. Bosnia v... No. Okay. That doesn't matter too much then. It's all good. Scrolling around. Did Estonia finally pick somewhere? No, they're very picky. Not settling anywhere yet. I think Mongolia just added another one here as well. That's fairly recently. They have another settler here. Oh, the Chukchi also moving out from the corner a little bit more. Another city for them. Who is this? Hanover v... Oh, that's Leon. Okay, well that doesn't matter. They're not even close. But there we go. We'll see if Leon can take any more off of Portugal as Byzantium pieces out with Zaporizhia. Sweden and Norway have been very quiet. And Denmark, I guess. They're just living quietly up here. Not doing much. I do see some settlers. Norway squeezed in a city here as well towards Finland. And there it is, Ming. I guess technically the first city in the purposefully uninhabited parts of the map. Yeah, I don't think anyone else can say that. I mean, Indonesia were here at the start, so that makes sense to me. I don't know where that perm settler... Oh, it is towards Alaska. That could be pretty big. But yeah, it's a coastal one, although it's within this bay, which probably offers it some more protect. Actually, is this coastal? Yes. There you go, good city for me. I thought that was Mali v Hanover, but it is Denmark, which makes a tiny bit more sense. But I don't think they'll have any success with that. A lot of denouncements. Just sort of ignore those as they happen. It's not great, is it? But it's all we've got. Let's have a little look at the scoreboard. See who it thinks is winning. I'll go over the C and it might be readable for me. According to Score, which of course heavily weights things like religion, so it might not be accurate of who the best military civ is, or overall civ. But Central Africa's number 1, Korea number 2, Ethiopia's in 3rd, Great Mongolia 4th, Nigeria 5th, Mughals 6th, I think Wonders, another one heavily in this, Persia 7, Burgundy 8, 9 is Byzantium, and 10 is Rhodesia. So yeah, I probably wouldn't agree with that overall. But There we go. That's according to score. Who's doing well? Let's have a look at demographics. Burgundy has the highest population. Babylon has the most crop yield and production. Economy goes to the Huns. Land goes to Central Africa. Huns have the most soldiers as well as the most money. We have the most approval, so that's not too useful. And then literacy also going to Babylon at the moment. And the Celts v England again. Are they better off this time? Not really. Same sort of tech. And we also have Commonwealth v Bosnia. That could be pretty big. If they were to start grabbing some more cities. Could be useful for the Commonwealth. Feels like the tech is going really slowly in this game. I don't know what. I guess maybe less cities. I know more cities makes it harder to buy them, but I feel like when it's 3s and 4s, it's kind of, it can be a hindrance too. Oh, Byzantium gonna go? Where's that settler at? Oh yes, it has made it. There you go. They've made it to Australia. That is very impressive. You know, Ming, not the hugest distance travelled. Byzantium to be second in Australia certainly is a surprise. And Perm is, I do not know what they're doing. I could see them going the whole way across here, not liking the snow, and arriving like back in Europe. That could definitely happen. I'm sure we've seen stuff like that before. Tell you what, Byzantium, for a civ that's hardly explored out here, you seem to have your eyes on that wonder. If they just go settle next to it, I feel like that would raise some eyebrows about how well the AI can see the map compared to us when we play. I mean, obviously we can see everything right now, but you know what I mean. If you're a player. Because in theory, Byzantium should have no idea that there's a wonder there and this might be the ideal location. Maybe they're just holding out for better, you know, high standards before they settle. There's some big, very far apart denouncements here. It's all China and Italy. I don't know how that. China in particular is pretty much landlocked and has been for a while. I don't know how they've met Italy, but there you go. Well, there's the World's Congress. No, there's not. Sorry, there's the spies. Different things. Oh, Portugal. How on earth did you take the capital and not the other cities? I don't know. But there you go. Lisbon falling. That came out of nowhere to Leon. And they could... I mean, if they conquer all of Iberia, they'll be looking very good in Europe. It doesn't take much to get to, like, you know, good in Europe at the moment. Which isn't meant to be mean, but, you know, Italy with 5 and 6 cities, if you include this one. Definitely #1 in Europe at the moment. Mughals get the Notre Dame, which will give them 10 happiness. And they've been getting a lot of wonders. And we also have Zaporizhia versus Russia. It's a big one. Keep an eye on that. Moscow does not look particularly well defended here. A couple of bowmen and a pikeman. That settler may have been given the short straw though by his fellow countrymen who declared this war while he was in Russian territory. Maybe weren't thinking about him. But yeah, I mean, if they took both these cities, hypothetically, they'd all connect all of this. They'd still have the Poznan issue, but they'd certainly be quite big. Byzantium, oh no, they're moving more east. They will now be able to see Ming's city here. And the resources they're getting out of this as Braga is the next city to fall to Leon. Oh, Portugal, where did it go wrong? It was looking so good, and it just went horribly wrong. Chukchi v the Ainu. That's quite a war. I mean, the Ainu, they haven't done much, but they have built a lot of triremes, so they might be okay. They might just defend themselves. Very surprised how uninvolved Japan has been. They trade with the other East Asian nations, particularly the Chukchi, Ainu, I think, maybe. No, the Ainu, maybe not. But certainly with the, you can see with the Chukchi there, and they trade with Ming. But, you know, they've just kept out of it. I guess you could say the same for Celts and Britain, and maybe there's some of these as well. There's some more cities here. The Shan states have grabbed this island. Singapore did already have this, but it is a canal into this lake. It's not so useful now because they don't control the other entrance, and they won't be able to get around this way either, but maybe one day it will be of use. Still no more settlers heading down to Australia, but Ming is sending a lot of workers. Byzantium's just very picky. It's going to probably take a while till we see everyone start to head over. Perm does have a warrior in Alaska, so they will maybe hopefully stumble down here and realise it's not all just snow. That would be nice. The Celts have managed to just go backwards. And I don't... Yeah, we've not seen any caravels yet, I want to say. But I don't think they'll be too far away. You can actually see the Commonwealth also in Greenland. Leon has a settler heading upwards. Oh, there you go. Congo is in the deep ocean. And they will probably find the New World. So that's huge. If they head towards the Caribbean. Yeah, the Congo, I think, is the first civ I've seen with settlers in the deep water. Not settlers, sorry, scouts. Oh, there you go. Nubia did put down a city. Can't all be bad for me, you know. Got to get something. But yeah, that does look like it's it. I'm just sorry, there's probably a lot of clicking noises as I drag my way around the map. Yeah, I don't think anyone else is in the deep waters yet, but there you go. Congo have done it. There's a lot of triremes, though, exploring New Zealand and the edge of Australia. So Civs certainly know about all these islands. Which could lead to a bit of a race for more land. Oh, Japan, there you go. I wouldn't have seen that in the middle of the Pacific. Maybe it was probably there when I was looking at them, but there we go. Spotted it now. A caravel for them too, so they're exploring the Pacific. Of course, much bigger. Might take them a bit longer to get to North America, especially if they like go upwards. You know, they might go up to Alaska, which they already know about, instead of just cutting straight across, which we would know to do. They wouldn't, I would hope. So many denouncements coming through here. It's just constant. It's because they're all meeting each other. I think mostly a lot for the first time, maybe. I can't turn these off, sadly. I can turn off the World's Congress and stuff. Cannot turn off those notifications that just spam us. How did that war go in China? Yeah, nothing particular. We're still pre-cannons as far as I'm aware. I don't think we've seen, maybe we've spotted one or two. Don't really see any. I don't know, Korea, Babylon, maybe. No, don't have Babylon. No, they're still on trebuchets, so it's still very early. It's only turned 119. It's not as fast as the mini games we've been doing. Was that Liao v Portugal? It won't let me catch up to it. It was. And Khazar. Okay, well, whatever. Interesting choices. Will Portugal get kicked out? I would guess so. There's a lot of people join. Oh my goodness, this is... I'm trying. Khazar and Yakutia versus Perm. That matters. Does it matter though? Khazar can't get to them. Yakutia could come over here and attack Perm. Now India has got a settler up here in the snow as well. Great. Just add to the chaos. Oh no, Perm's warrior went upwards as well. This is ridiculous. I don't know what causes it, but they do not like each other. To be honest, there's a lot of wars. I'm just sort of looking for the banner to say a city has fallen, so it's not a huge disaster if we miss anything. Japan versus Chukchi. They will come to the aid of the Ainu. Maybe they want this city as well. Oh, Liao settled here as well. It's going to be a canal. I'm guessing that's good prep if you think that Chukchi or Japan will sort of block off this entrance. Now you can go out this way. Denmark squeezed in another city at the top before Sweden could. Jesus, so many. Byzantium still hasn't put down their settler, oh my goodness. Sooner or later, they'll find a spot that they want. Britain survived, the Celts, Indonesia and Singapore. Ooh. Oh, they got a city, that's good for Indonesia. In the peace deal. Grab another city. No more settlers yet from Ming. Oh, there's the okay, the Congo are closing in on the Caribbean here with their scouts. And this one might find, yeah, we'll find South America. It was huge. I was expecting it to be really small for some reason. It's huge. Khazar and Russia, peace out. Didn't even know they were fighting, but there you go. The Khazar got a free city out of that one in the peace deal, and that just leaves Russia with Moscow here. Congo and Burundi comes to an end. Central Africa has arrived now though, so this is going to test Congo's defences. This will be a big battle between the two. They already have forts though, so that's maybe a good sign for their defending. Oh, and then Ethiopia joining in too. That is not going to make things any easier. Burgundy v Leon. Ooh. That's gonna, oh, they were so close as well. They might still get this, but yeah, that is gonna be awkward. The mountains will certainly not help Burgundy, but it could. And Italy being in the, well, it's open borders, but still. Not gonna be easy. But yeah, it looks like Leon may leave from their previous aim. Leave Portugal around. See where settler ends up. It feels like they're going really slowly, but it probably just is. It's not been too many turns. I mean, we've done like 20. Thought we would have done a bit more. Not a bit more, but I thought they would have moved a bit more. Oh, Mongolian troops there. If Russia just goes to the New World, that would be pretty cursed if they were like the main colonizer. Is Nubia going to steal this away? I mean, there's a lot of countries. Egypt, Central Africa. I was going to say India because of the green and yellow, but no, it's Central African Republic. Then Babylon, then Ethiopia, and now Nubia will take control of the entrance to the sea. Is it Red Sea? I've forgotten. How have I forgotten this? That shows you how long it's been since we've done a world map recently. Peace deal between the Celts and Britain, and the Celts get Britain's other city, which is a big win for them. They can move through to this side of the channel as well without relying on Burgundy, although they still couldn't get to London, so not super useful. Is this the turn? Maybe next turn. Maybe next turn. Byzantium will find somewhere. What would you do if they just top off and keep going? Surely this is their stop. Chukchi and the Ainu, peace out. There it is, Byzantium finally. On the northeastern side of Australia. Grab themselves a new city. They're very lucky this isn't Civ 6. I'm not sure they'd quite have the loyalty to hold on to that one. Khazar and Finland pieced out. I don't believe. I would hope that no one gave any cities away in that one. Nope. And here it is then. Zaporizhia versus Russia. Or for Moscow, the siege beginning. Chukchi v Perm and Huns v Perm. How are Perm getting on? They were in some other wars. They're okay. I'm just here. They haven't put down that settler yet, although it is now heading into Canada. There we go. And Burgundy has also reached the northeastern coast with a caravel. So that's good news. Yep, they're exploring too. Congo's now finding the Caribbean. So there we go. The Americas being discovered for the first time from both sides. Another new city there from the Shan states. They are still just eating up as much territory as they can early on. Probably a really smart move. They look pretty good here in Southeast Asia. Pretty safe, I would say, more than anything. They've actually been very, not peaceful, but quiet. They've not conquered anything. Korea and China, peace out. It's pretty easily done. There must be so much, the politics in this game must be so crazy, because like, look how many civs there are just on screen right now as we look at sort of East Asia, or Far East Asia. You've got Ming, China, Liao, even Mongolia sort of in the Shan states there, Korea, Ainu. Oh wait, did Japan attack Ainu and not Chukchi? Oops. Maybe that was a mistake from me. It looks like Japan's attacking them anyway. Ming versus Korea? No. Not going to lead to too much. Hanover. But then, yeah, well, as I was saying, there's like, and then you go to other parts of Europe, like, there's loads of civs on the screen. All will be talking to each other, all plotting against each other. Leon and Hanover, peace out. Leon held off Burgundy, but missed out maybe on the Rock of Gibraltar here. And probably what would have allowed them. Not the way through, because Morocco's actually in the way. Is that another new city? No, that was already here. There is a new city in Madagascar, and I cannot tell by the mini-map who it is. It is Benin. Ah. Okay, I thought the Zulu had a settler here, but maybe it died. Benin grabbing northern Madagascar for themselves. But that will be it for today's episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.